Good morning, class. I'm going to go over the Project 5 for the CPT Coding and try to shed some light on it. I know it's really confusing. You guys do not have your books. I did put together a packet that I've uploaded. I know it's not the whole book, but it'll help you kind of be able to scroll through and pick out these codes. But we're going to do a couple of these together so that I can kind of help guide you on how to find these codes and kind of navigating through that packet. So I'm going to flip my camera around here real quick. So the book that we'll use is going to be CPT Coding book. Of course, we don't have the whole book. We have this packet that I've put together for you. It would be too much to copy this whole book and try to put it all together for every one of you guys to have to go through. So I've just kind of condensed it down to go with our project that we're going to be doing. So the main thing whenever we're looking for our procedure codes. So on this first example here, it's talking about Jessica Lundy, a newborn, was admitted to the pediatric critical care unit after birth where Dr. Williams will provide her initial care. So there's main things that you need to find. So at the beginning of this book, the first part of this is going to be your evaluation and management tab, okay? This is where we're finding whether they're new or established patients, whether they're pediatric patients, what they're in for. So we're taking this information from over here, right? It's a newborn admitted for pediatric critical care. So that's going to be one of our keys for finding this code, and then that they're in there for their initial care. So when we're scrolling through the book or our packet, we need to look for our headings, new or established patient, and then we know that it's a pediatric critical care patient. And we're just going to kind of read through and scroll through these and see which code is going to be the one that pertains to what has been said over here. So we're looking for pediatric critical care, and it's going to be for her initial care. So once I'm scrolling through here, I found where it's inpatient neonatal pediatric critical care, okay? And these are the different codes that it's going to have on here. So it's just looking through and kind of scrolling through the pages to find. So they're there for initial care, for pediatric critical care. So our code for our first one is going to be our 99468 on there, okay? In our second example, we are talking about Terry Anderson, who's been involved in a major car accident. The emergency department took him for comprehensive history, performed a comprehensive exam, and made a highly complex decision. So we need to take what we know about him, that he's there for an emergency service. So at the front of your packet here, you can see where it says emergency department services. So we're going to go under emergency department services, and we're going to look for that information that is listed on there. What did they do for that patient? What type of exam did they do, so that we can find the correct code that is going to be there? So they did a comprehensive history, a comprehensive exam with a complex decision, okay? So we are going to be looking for those factors here. So if you flip over to the next page, you're going to look, it's for an emergency department visit. They did a comprehensive history, comprehensive exam, and made a highly complex decision. So you're looking for those parameters to be able to find the correct code. Now remember, with coding, it's very important that we are selecting the right code, because this is how our physicians are getting paid for these visits. So if we don't select the right code that is going to have the right fees attached to it, we may not be charging enough for what our doctors and nurses and ourselves have done for these patients. So it's always very important that we are making sure that we are selecting the correct code whenever we're going through these. Let's do one more together. We'll do number 3. Lucille West has multiple health problems, was admitted for observation for a fainting spell, took a comprehensive history, performed a comprehensive exam, and highly complex regard for her care. So we are going to be looking through We're just scrolling through here. So we're going through our initial observation care, newer established patients. Codes are going to be listed below. So we're just scrolling through here trying to find what they said has happened to this patient and what they're having done. Okay. So they're in for initial observation, comprehensive history, comprehensive exam, and medical decision making of high complexity. So our code that we're going to be looking for there is our 99220. I hope that this helps kind of shed some light on how we're using this book to find our codes. And if you guys have any questions, please message me, or if you would like to come up and kind of go over it at the school, I would be willing to do that as well.